Hey guys, Bill Jordan here. I'm at 201-790-3368. I do candid video interviews. If you're a painter, sculptor, or candlestick maker, this is the place to be. People buy from people they know, and the best way for them to know you is with my candid video interview. It resonates with them on a soul level. And once that happens, they open up to you. They treat you like a family member. They want to give you the family jewels. And that's all you really need. You're in their minds. They take you with them wherever they go, right? That's why we want to do the interview, right? So 201-790-3368. Now the ad's out of the way. Let's get to the real deal. Here's what I want to talk about today, man. I'm interviewing Stefan Simchowitz next Wednesday, 1 o'clock EST time. Okay. That's what it's been scheduled. Now, he's a guy that I guess is part of what they call the flipping market. And that goes against the grain of the buy and hold, concept. No, the traditional way, the Mac Daddy way, you're all down there at his feet begging him to give you a little crumb. If he says, give me an artist statement, if he says, you have to paint for 25 years before I look at you, if he says, you have to sell your work for $1, you do that because Mac Daddy says so. Right? And that's the incremental approach. Nothing wrong with that. That's life. I'm not poo-pooing incrementalism. But I'm also making you aware of the fact, and what I'm getting at is that's a particular mentality, right? That you believe that incrementalism will save you. But that doesn't work because if you're 35, 45, whatever age you are, you've been doing this for a long time, and somebody comes along who's 22 and gets all the big, gets the whale contract, gets the museums, gets the big galleries, gets the international fame, and you still suck and win, it doesn't work. Right? That wasn't gradualism. What they call that? That was nepotism. All right? And all you do is you suck your teeth and say, well, you keep grinding away, and the false belief that you didn't you didn't grind away long enough or hard enough, right? So what you do is you invest in more classes, how to paint better, because there must be something wrong with you, right? Well, there is, if you think that's the reason that you didn't get the gig. So now what Stefan's about, and before I even knew Stefan, I was thinking like this. It says, why don't you buy a piece, hold it for 18 to 24 months, and then sell it at a higher price? Get a group of guys that do that. And I told one of my friends about this. He's an artist who's been in it for, since the 70s. And he thought that was an evil concept. Why? I don't know. He says, well, if you can get people to do that, but this is the way it's done in the audience. Let me tell you. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? That's Mac Daddy talking. If you bad like you claim to be, then I said, oh yeah, that's a good thing, man. How are we gonna pull it off? And I realized that it strikes fear in the hearts of some people to change the concept, to recognize that what they've been doing they know it doesn't work. And just like, the two slaves, you want to get off the plantation, but you don't want to lose your benefits, one guy stays. I'm not like that. Because two reasons. One, I'm not like that generally. And two, I'm new to the game. I ain't nothing to lose. So, and I want to talk about the concept, the mindset of a flipper from my perspective. See, Mac Daddy says that if you flip and the prices go up, then you're subject to having an adjustment of prices and they'll go down, and that will destroy your career. Why? Well, because in the concept of Mac Daddy, the sales price indicates value. And if the sales price goes down, now you have to sell at a lower price, which means that will affect your career. So that means it will devalue your work in the eyes of the people who paid a higher price, right? That's what they fear. They don't want that. Because inherent in themselves is the fact that they're not looking at it as a artifact, they're looking at it as a commodity, right? And it's like they're on the board of some corporation. They want the shares to be, they want their shares to always go up, not down. I apologize for that. It's snowing outside, and the fire trucks have to go someplace. So this is the concept of the the guys who do the progressional things. Nothing wrong with that. It's worked. Yet a guy like me says, "Well, I don't have time to wait. What can I do?" Stefan says, "You can flip with me." Now, if you flip, you could flip, and it's like flipping houses, right? It's the same concept, right? You buy low and you sell a higher price. So Stefan buys your work, let's say at, keep it simple. Let's say we're using dollars. He buys it $1 and he sells it for $2.50, right? So he flipped it. Now, traditionally, that would have to happen over a long period of time. But he says, well, not what he says, what I'm saying is that happens like in a relatively short period of time, like 18 to 24 months. Why do we know that's true? Because 18 to 24 months is when they come out with the new devices. And this is the cycle that we're operating on, especially with so-called millennium people, whatever they call those guys, the young people. Because they know that every 18 to 21 months, they get a new device. A new one comes out. They got to have it. So likewise with the art, a new one comes out. I got to have it. Now, so now you can take that concept, right, and understand the flipping. Now, what I'm seeing is that flipping, to be a flipper, man, you have to be detached from the thing from the standpoint of an investment. If you buy the thing, the art piece, the commodity, the art commodity as an investment, then you have to be detached. You have to be zen about it. Not only the person who buys, but the guy who makes these pieces in that concept, who's going to be flipped. He can't tie his existence, his being, his meaning to the fact that his art goes up and down. It's just a thing. You did the best you could, right? And people like what you do, and they're gonna buy and sell it. Now, if the price goes down, does that devalue your value, your worth as a human being? If it does, then that's why I'm talking to you. If it doesn't, then that's why I'm still talking to you. Okay, that's not the way it should work. But however, the way it works is that we get tied, attach our being, our meaning to the work, in the sense that if something happens to it, if the value is perceived to go down, then we go down. It's only perceived value, because what you're saying, if you follow that concept, is you allowed someone else to establish your value as a human being. Say it's a guy who's selling a piece for, $100,000. Is that what he's worth? That's his value, right? If you fall into that, then that's a serious error. Because then you're saying that, well, people don't like my work. Could be, you just fell out of favor. Or, to hedge that, that's the general trend, but to hedge that, even in times of decline, if you've maintained contact with those people over a long period of time, like through the visual, the candid visual interviews, you won't have that experience. There'll be, I'm not saying they won't go down, but you still have a relationship with them. So when you go forward to do something different, or they will be prepared for your different stuff, or because you communicate with them, they're letting you know that they're open for something different. That's not the way it works, right? It works like, hey, I'm the guy, I'm cranking this stuff out, blah, 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 blah. I don't have time for you to listen to you. So, but that's a fallacy, because what we're doing, we're producing these commodities. We need to then follow the rules of marketing. We have to find out, get marketing feedback. Anyway, 201-790-3368. I'm going to be talking with Stefan next Wednesday. If you have any questions you want me to ask, call me. You can go to Art with Bill on Facebook, go to Bill Jordan on Facebook, or email me at BillJordanMarketing@yahoo.com. That's Bill Jordan Marketing at yahoo.com. Peace out.